There we go. Right. Let me. Music's kicked in as well. There we go. Really? Is he doing that? There we go. Right. Let me, Right. Okay. Hi there, guys. Welcome to Number One Geek. It is I, Saz, and I'm here, interestingly enough, right at the start of the stream with Chrissy Boy. How you doing, matey?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Oh, because it's Christmas time, and we've got Christmassy things to do, including Christmassy smacking of Christmassy zombies smacking Christmassy heads in, as you do. But there you go. Don't forget, guys, if you're watching right now, and I'm pretty sure Chris has just pressed the old like button. I'm pressing the like button as well. Just everybody press that like button, just to let the old YouTube gods know that what we're doing right now, me and Chris, is the bestest ever. Bestest ever.
Failure to do so mean immediate punishment.
So you get anything nice for Christmas, Chris?
I got a lovely padded T-shirt.
You got a nice padded T-shirt, did you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what it says on my T-shirt.
Oh, right. Okay. My T-shirts generally tend to say that I'm a fat bastard. So.
Yeah, I usually get those ones for my birthday rather than Christmas.
Oh, you get more subtle T-shirts during Christmas. That's nice.
Usually, my Christmas T-shirts usually have a naked Santa Claus on them.
Nice. Is that to get the missus into the mood, so to speak?
Yeah, it's like we're going to a high-class fancy family dinner. And
Exactly.
it's like,
yeah.
When you pop into the shop, get me a nice fancy Christmas tie, and then come back with a butt naked Santa Claus running away.
Nice. Yeah. There's nothing that says class more than a comedy tie, is there?
No. I'm just glad it didn't sing.
What, you mean like one of those fish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes.
A flapping naked Santa Claus tie would not have gone over well.
Well, it depends what's flapping, to be fair. You don't want... Yeah, let's not get down that conversation road. Yeah. Anywho, I'm still in... Where am I? Press the L button. Maybe I'll work it out. I'm here. There's a prison. I've forgotten the name of the place. Oh, I'm still admin. Why am I still admin?
Because we've been busy talking, and normally you would have done this before I was here to distract you.
Oh no, there's a network teleport enabled still. There we go. Close that bad boy off. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the wife's not very well at the moment. She's she may have picked up food poisoning, and I don't know where from, because it wasn't from my food, because I'm fine. So she's eaten something separate to what I provided, and it's given her food poisoning, and I have no idea what it is. She has no idea what it is.
There's no ingredients in your meal that she eats and you don't.
No, she's Scottish. The only thing she's allergic to is spending money.
Yeah. I thought they had a bit of an aversion to healthy food as well, but I can't say much because I definitely have that aversion.
Well, no. Most Scots haven't heard of a salad. They know how to make gender identification legal, but they don't know how to make a salad. So, have I just made a controversial statement? I may have done. Oh no. It's alright. YouTube doesn't monetize me anyway, so... I make no money. There's a glass ceiling for me, for some strange reason, when it comes to getting people.
Might have something to do with you keep rubbing your ass against it.
Hi, Joe Sapira. How you doing, man? You alright? Thanks for joining us, mate. Appreciate that. And thank you very much for the like as well. What are you up to, mate? Have you had a good Christmas? Did you get anything nice? I mean, for me, I mean, as you know, I got my Steam Deck for Christmas, and I'm just blown away by just how good that piece of kit is. And the worst thing about it is that I've seen that on Steam they've got a section now called Good with Deck. And I don't know if that's just something because they know I've got a Steam Deck that they've added to my actual Steam browser. Or not. Not bad. Christmas, got myself a car. Oh, car. Nice. Enjoying the stream too after all the drinking. How's yours been? It's been alright. It's been okay. I think being a dad, and it's the first time that my daughter Eleanor can actually understand the concept of Santa Claus. It's been fun. It's been fun to watch her. She's funny enough is that we put out like a mince pie and some milk and some carrots out for the reindeer. Also took her out to bring was basically effectively oats with some biodegradable what's the word, glitter. Yeah, glitter in it. And Ruth then ended up putting a photograph of our back garden. She took a photograph of the back garden, and there was like a video of a zombie. No, I'm just hearing a zombie. That's what I'm saying. Reindeer. Sorry. So she got the picture of a reindeer eating carrots in the back garden. So our daughter got to watch physical evidence that I'd apparently got, because it's all about me, isn't it, really? To see the reindeer that had been there. And just her utter joy, I think. That is a weird thing. I mean, Chris, I know you have your niece, but you don't... She's... family, but you don't have that quite tie of them being yours, and just the joy of just watching them work Christmas out. It's so cute. Don't forget, folks, if you're watching, why not press that like button? It means naught to you, but it means absolute massiveness to this channel. And if it's something that you really like, why not press that subscribe button as well? You can press the bell icon, which means that every time I do stupid stuff like I'm doing right now, which is walking in the middle of foggy goddamn town. No, there we go.
Come on, where's a horde when you want one?
No, they're here.
There they are.
I found them. Don't you worry. You know my ability to finding hordes, mate. Oh.
Nice helicopter going over or an alarm. It's always...
I'm hearing one of our... Oh, that's a few. Oh, let's get... Now, don't forget, if this game is something that you think you'd be interested in playing, I'm not too sure what the winter Steam sale is right now, but I know in the UK it's dropped from 15 quid to 10 quid. That's a good fiver off the game. And to be fair, I think 15 quid is actually quite fair for this game. But 10 quid's a fucking bargain. Absolute bargain. I tried to actually buy this for Zori for at one point, but unfortunately it's one of those games that apparently is a lot more expensive outside of Europe.
Mm.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think games... Obviously they're going to have a different price because of, different currencies and exchange rates and the like. But you wouldn't have thought that the actual price to purchase would be massively different.
I'm not 100% sure why, but there you go. I know Canada tends to get raped for game prices. Whoop, whoop.
If it's like a sales tax type thing.
Maybe it's just a Justin Trudeau being an arsehole sort of thing, to be honest, fair.
We're going to try to force you to basically do business offline.
Well, Justin Trudeau's pretty much caused a state of an emergency based on a protest. So yeah. Oh, am I getting political again? Shut up, Saz. Yeah, there you go. What kind of car do you get, Jay? What car do you get? That'd be nice to hit. My best car Christmas present would be a '69 Mustang. Oh. Don't care what type. Would prefer a convertible. But I'll be more than happy to deal with a fastback. But I'll be fair, the Mustang before the current iteration, which was based on the 69, I wouldn't say no to one of them either.
If I could have any car, I think it would be a DeLorean.
Really?
Mm.
Apparently they're doing like electric DeLoreans now, which are basically like the DeLorean shape, but they were so shit though, the DeLoreans.
Oh, they're absolute pieces of garbage. Even if you get the upgraded one, because obviously the company went bankrupt and a guy in America basically bought everything he could, including the name and such, and that's where the electric one's made. But the upgraded one, they fixed a lot of the problems.
Well, that's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, I know it was definitely one of old Thatcher Milk Snatcher's name of mistakes. I mean, at the time, back in the day, was it about 3 million that the British government put into DeLorean?
That was a lot.
I mean, you're probably thinking about 14 million, 15 million now. But back in the day, back in my day, I mean, when I was young, right in my early times, most kids used to get free milk. A free pint of milk, is it? Or half pint of milk?
Yeah, I think it was half pint. A small little carton.
A carton, yeah, a carton of milk. And I remember the day when it stopped.
Mm.
Just simply because I wanted some milk. And I was told I couldn't have any. Had no idea about the context. I was just told, nope, you ain't getting it anymore. And you know what happened as a kid? I just fucking accepted the fact that, no, I'm not getting any more. And most Americans are thinking like, what? You got free milk? Yeah. We also get a free health service as well.
I believe America had free milk as well for a period of time. I don't know how long it was for or whatever, but I know because part of that time it was free milkshake, and they were handing out chocolate milkshake for free. It was like it was meant to be a health drive, and it was just not healthy.
But wasn't that during the point where they'd worked out how to pretty much add water to a powder and that would become a milkshake?
Yeah. But it was
called a milk. It was called a milkshake in principle.
Yeah.
But not in fact.
But like I said, I think they started with actual milk.
I'm sure they did.
And then kind of got round it to do milkshake.
Well, truth.
It's just as good for them as the milk was. You're like,
I think the truth of the matter is, on that general idea, is that a lot of stuff. I mean, I've been quite enjoying watching a lot of Americans realizing just how the slave trade ended.
yes, that's a very good reaction video.
It's like
It's a very good video to see people react to.
And there's been a lot of, you know, the whole thing about reparations and all that sort of thing. Oh, hello. Oh, crap. Whoop. Let me get out of there. And there was that one time, there's a famous news anchor that was trying to say that Britain pretty much should be paying the American black people, so the black community, reparations for so and so, and it was just on the point of, well, yeah, but it was Britain who actually stopped the slave trade, and pretty much you're talking about 2,000, maybe 3,000 people that died stopping this particular trade. So what reparations are the people who were benefited are going to give to them? Yeah. It is one of those interesting things where anybody who dares for 1 second call the United Kingdom racist is like, yeah, no. No. And I'm actually quite glad that particular thing is starting to surmise itself, especially with a lot of the because the thing is that I do watch a lot of black community YouTubes and stuff. I'm just interested in a separate point of view, so to speak. Because you know what? Sometimes a separate point of view will give you a different perspective on the way that you see something. And the problem is from what I understand from that particular thing, is that most people of African American descent just don't understand where their freedom came from.
It's more a matter, I think, a very rose-tinted narrative has always been used of that basically all white men are evil.
Well, the issue I would have probably said is that you also have the whole Boston Harbor sort of narrative as well at the same time, which makes, you know, the English are going to be evil regardless because they're the ones that repressed America. And therefore, you repress America, of course they've got to repress Africa and all those. It's an easy link to make, I think.
Yeah. When you think about it, we did oppress Africa. We told them they couldn't sell slaves anymore.
We did, absolutely. No, it's not that black and white, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's never that black and white. But
and history isn't. And that's the biggest problem. Even if you dive in with all the greatest of care and foresight into an incident, you'll never know everything that was going on at that time, or truly understand exactly where people's heads were coming from at that time. Because we as a people are now a completely different type of society.
No, we talk a different language as well.
Yeah,
and that's another thing is that translation from language is going to end up making a lot of things that people have said or done be maybe not as bad or maybe worse. But at the end of the day, the thing has been said, it's generally down to the interpreter. Oh, hello. Was that you, Jay Shapiro? I may have to wait. Jason Sensei, that would be you. I would have put in. I would have probably taken. Thank you, Jason Accentia. Oh, there's another one. Have I heard another one? What's going on? Sounds close enough. Anyway, whoever you are, thank you very much for the subscription. On my way to the old 1,000. Oh, hello. I have duct tape. So why am I...
Sure, none of them are me.
Oh man, I have 7 duct tape, but none of them are enough to actually repair a machete.
Exactly what happened to that poor zombie that's got a wheel on his head?
I'm not going to discuss that particular episode in my time. But safely put, they deserved it. Now, here's the thing about that poor young 20-year-old girl who got shot in the Wirral.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck? Apparently, one person who, from what was alleged, was shot. The gun was arrested, but apparently there's a female also that is being arrested for conspiracy to murder. Now, I know they said that there was no actual, you know, they didn't detect any kind of like malice or premeditation. But obviously, if you're kind of like charged with conspiracy, is it basically along the lines of that this person shot a bitch because he'd been told by someone that he needed to shoot her?
It is possible, but it is also possible that the conspiracy happened after the fact. And the conspiracy that they're talking about is actually the girlfriend basically saying he was there all night type thing. Because that would still be a conspiracy to murder. But it is also possible that she's told some lie to get an incident to happen, or that, you know, somebody said something to say somebody was there that wasn't there, or you know what I mean. There's 1,001 things that it could possibly be at this point, unfortunately.
Oh shit! There's a couple there. All right, we'll have to deal with them in the way that they should be deservedly treated. Because why not? Oh, hello! Hello, guys. What's up with you? Oh. Is that my baton in your face? I do apologise.
At least it's in his face.
Mm. Now, interestingly enough, I'm quite happy with the feeding mechanic in Project Zomboid. You may have noticed, but I've been playing 7 Days to Die recently. Not so happy with that whole mechanic. I don't think it's one that's conducive with streaming.
Yeah.
Just because it is, or even just, you know. So I'm kind of half thinking that if I'm going to end up playing the game as a stream, I'm going to have to kind of half cheat and somehow find a way to turn off the food and drink mechanics.
Yep.
But obviously, I have to make sure that everybody is fully aware that that's what I've done, because I don't want anyone to accuse me of cheating, sort of thing, which it kind of is, but at the same point,
You're cheating only enough to actually make it playable on stream.
to make it entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. Oh shit! I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Oh balls! Oh balls! Oh man!
One advantage to the delay. Oh no, there's somebody in the building with me.
Yeah. It's all gone horribly wrong, my friend. My character is called Virgil Pratt. It kind of seems ironically okay. Right, let's get rid of the old admin stuff. I don't know why I've suddenly become admin again. That's a big question. My major big question is, how did I die? Well, that shouldn't have happened.
Painfully, I believe.
Hmm?
Painfully, I believe.
Well, I got to head back to Rosewood. That's the name that I remembered. Remembered it. Los Recomendados. This game is like playing The Walking Dead, but infinite. Apparently so, my friend. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Please press that like button. Yes, that's what you're watching. Oh, whoop. Well, that was the wrong thing to do. Don't press the horn, Saz. I may have just hit a car.
Yeah.
I may have just screwed the engine completely.
Again?
Shush. Oh, zombies will be coming.
Should have had some stew before you went.
Maybe I should have. Yeah.
I've got some on the boil because I've been catching some fish.
Nice.
So I've done some fish, white bean, split pea stew with spices.
Sounds good. Need to
Well,
get
we'll
gear
find
like
out
a.
in a minute.
Did you get gear like a backpack? Absolutely. You are 100% right, Los Recomendos.
I believe his intention is to try to get his stuff back from the dead carcass of himself.
Mm-hmm. I've had to abandon my car. Did I loot any military zone? Nope. Oh, shite. Time to run. Not 100% sure. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why are all these zombies suddenly turning up when I'm trying to get back to the place that I need to get to? I mean, come on, man. Oh, man. I just want to avoid me some zombie hordes and that they've all suddenly... It's like they know that I am weak.
Yeah.
I managed to go up to this house up here. Just to get some water. And maybe rest. But I must admit, it just makes things a little bit more interesting. Oh man, the amount of stuff I'm gonna have to restart. Oh, oh no! I've suddenly realised just how awkward my life's gonna be. That's the reason why we're pretty much spending most of our time leaving our bits of... Oh, hello. Right, is there anything there? And baggy jeans? You know what? I got some work to do, haven't I? Okay. Let's keep it as a weapon just for the moment. Not a pop to me. I'm feeling a bit more confident now. Because you've gone very quiet, mate.
Just... Well, part of what I'm trying to do is figure out where the hell you've gone.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Once let me just deal with these, and I'll give you a little bit of a map. Okay. So, I'm here, you're there. You see them up?
You'll have to wait a little while.
Yeah, latency.
Yeah, it
Latency is
takes
always
a while.
always a fun thing to happen.
All right, you've gone down to that town. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
I'll head in that general direction in a bit. Well, I'll start heading in that general direction now. It'll be a while before I get there.
No, understand. No pressure. I mean, it really ain't your job to keep me alive, so...
But that's not my plan. My plan's to be there and point and laugh.
Oh, fuck you!
No. No, you can't.
Oh, I can. Mwahaha.
You're not pretty enough and you don't have enough alcohol.
Oh, oh, God, I have enough alcohol, trust me. It's Christmas. And saying you don't have enough alcohol at Christmas is like saying like you don't have enough turkey at Christmas. Or goose or whatever.
No more turkey.
Don't talk to me. You said you literally had a crown that was about the size of a blinking fillet. So
Yeah, so we had to go out and buy another turkey. On Christmas Eve.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure there'd be plenty out there.
Oh, there was loads. Yeah, we got another 2.5 kilos of turkey crown, and I think I've ate probably about 1 kilo of it today in turkey curry.
So you ate your t-shirt then?
Yeah. The t-shirt is definitely correct now. If it wasn't before.
Good stuff. So I'll take that empty bottle. How did I open that can of... I'm not going to question it.
Put porridge back on. I'm nearly at the point of leveling up it.
Ah, leveling up, that'd be a good thing. All those beds that I've destroyed. Just simply for no reason. God.
No raisins.
For no reasons, no. God damn it. I'll take this van. And I'm going to kind of head over to the area where I died.
Yeah, I just found an umbrella and leveled up.
Well done. See, my problem is, it's so rare for me to actually die. I'm trying to find my body to get. Oh. Even though I may have found him.
In the middle of that massive herd.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, I'm coming for me. Okay. Right, well. Got that. Oh man, I'm gonna have to start again for everything, man. Let's get back home. Man, I got books to read. How boring is that? That's one of the reasons why I want to do 7 Days to Die without like food and drink. Generally, because it takes a lot away from like a live stream. It's spending half your time trying to find food and water sort of thing. It kind of loses its grasp. On the point of a stream, which is action and intrigue, and which is why I know that Tuesday nights when I do Project Zomboid, it's not the most popular night.
Is that van on the road with the trailer yours?
It was,
But it broke down, I'm guessing.
yeah. Don't know why I'm doing it. It just seems like a map sort of situation.
Great, I love it. As the day comes in, it goes foggy.
Right, works, man. I've no idea why I went down this road, but curiosity and all that. Hiya, Duck, how you doing, mate? You alright? Just to keep up appearances, Duck, I haven't died. I just chose to weaken myself. As you do, yeah. Have a good Christmas, my friend. By the way, if you're looking to pick this game up, it's a tenner right now. UK wise, I'm not too sure what that is in America. But yeah, certainly worth a good sale price if it's the sort of thing you're into. I think a tenner is more than fair for what you get. Knocked all the stats off, man. Well, $10 is fair, I think, for this game. No, it hasn't been. I'm kind of wondering whether I need to look at Final Fantasy VII. Simply because it works on Steam Deck.
I really dislike fog.
No, it's not fun, is it?
No. Fog in a cornfield, not good.
What are you doing in a cornfield? Or do I not want? Do I want not?
Avoiding the large group of zombies someone dragged onto the road.
Are you blaming me for your misadventure? Because I'm heading back to base. You know that, don't you?
Have you actually made it out of town yet?
Oh God, yes. Of course I have. I kind of want all the zombies kind of like west of Muldrow. I am, yeah. Mini panic. Just saying. No, but you can be injured. If you crash hard enough and fast enough, you can get breaks.
Ironically, if you use the brakes, you don't get brakes.
I'm a little on the annoyed side, I think. I'm a little on the annoyed side that I allowed myself to get killed. I'm annoyed at myself. I'm not 100% with it today, to be honest, because the wife's got food poisoning, I think. So I've literally spent most of this day looking after two young girls, both of which wants Daddy's attention. So I'm going to put it down to that. It's an excuse. I know. I'm perfectly happy to point out that sounds like an excuse, and it is an excuse, but it's a good excuse. So I'm sticking with it. Fuck you. Yes, she did miss a death. Yeah.
Spectacular and epic death.
You'll have to reel back. I'm pretty sure that the stream works on the point of that you can actually rewind, so you should be able to see it. Well, she just insists on shoveling shit into her mouth. It's obviously something that she shoveled into her mouth that I haven't, because we'd both be down with it. Well, that looks like that might need a cutting. Because trees are about to grow on that particular part of land. Right, well, there is some bad news. Especially for you Philistines that thought it was funny that I died. I've got some reading to do. That's the... Carpentry Volume 1. Jesus Christ, I'm going to have to... Don't want First Aid Volume 1. How to use generators. That's a good one. I'll start with that one, should I? Oh, yeah. So what are you up to, Chris?
Well, I'm now trying to get back to base.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have a question with a possible task to do afterwards.
Okay.
Can the cars drive on wooden floors?
Yes.
Do
I
wooden floors
have done a wooden floor
roadway.
roadway yet before. Yes.
Does the wooden floors take nails?
Yes. 1 nail per... I think it's 1 nail and 1 wood to make a floor. Just give me a second. I may hit the old carpentry. Wooden floor. It's 1 plank and 1 nail. And you need carpentry 1.
Yeah, which chopping a few trees up will get you that anyway.
So far, yeah. Chris playing Children in the Corn, dodging zombies.
Yeah.
Back into Shakes of a Lamb's Tail.
The roadway is getting pretty bad, and gravel is relatively short supply for the distance we need to go. So what I'm thinking of doing is trying to get some wooden flooring down, because we've got plenty of trees. which I wish I'd just done rather than trying to go to meet up with Saz to help him get his stuff back. Since he got his stuff back and then drove off and left me.
You make dirt paths. You can use gravel. Yeah, I've done it before in the past. Oh, my map's still okay. Yeah, so I don't need to look at those maps. That's fine. Let's read the herbalist. Oh, I can't believe we're going to have to do all of this over again. It is the most annoying part.
It is the most annoying part of the permadeath system. Is the skill set loss.
But truth of the matter is, don't fucking die.
Yeah.
If you don't want to suffer it, don't fucking die, mate. That's the point.
Yeah, it means there are some genuine consequences to death.
That's why people love this game so much. Yeah, it does actually, yeah. Chris ain't that far away from me. The only problem is when I'm doing something like reading Farming 1 or so forth, the only thing I can do is sit down now. And we've got all this time to talk, really. So, you get anything nice for Christmas, Duck? I mean, I know you got your Fat Bastard t-shirt, Chris, but anything else? What was your most standout Christmas present?
Do you want me to just go through the list of them? Because it's not going to take long.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I have a pencil,
Socks.
a pen that's also a ruler, socks, the Fat Bastard t-shirt.
Yep.
And a selection of sweets.
A selection of sweets.
Yeah.
So you've basically been given a t-shirt that says, "Hey, look at this fat bastard," but also at the same time you're given stuff that makes you a fat bastard.
Yes.
There's a certain amount of irony there. I have to point out. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I got my Steam Deck for Christmas, which is generally along the lines of that. My family basically filled in the gaps of my my savings, but I bought myself a nice super case for it as well, which is able to fit stuff in there. I think the wife is starting to realise just how good it is. It's a good piece of kit.
I'm being slightly tempted at the minute to get myself a VR headset.
Do you know what? I've been looking at these glasses that people have been talking about. It's about £300. Apparently they're supposed to be perfect for having a Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember the name of them. I can't. I mean, I'd love to say. How do I put it with the Steam Deck? Is that it's one of those things that fills a niche pretty much in my calendar, so to speak. Is that, I mean, it all depends on the game, for example. I mean, Project Zomboid, for example, saves most of its games on the hard drive rather than does a cloud save. But any game that has a cloud save, you can play it on your computer and then take it up on your Steam Deck afterwards. Do your bit, save it. It'll save it to the cloud, and you can back to play on your game. And it's just like, it's like the natural progression of Steam. I think it's like the anti-Hollywood. You know, it's like Steam. Steam is like the anti-Hollywood, on the point of that they always seem to bring out something that's actually enhances everything they've done beforehand, rather than detract from pretty much all the base of entertainment. Doug says, I've only used the VR for the PS4 a few years back. The closest VR I've ever had was basically where I put my phone in some sort of like Google lenses and done roller coasters and all that stuff. The wife got it for me.
I've used the, shall we say, the semi-professional setups before. And was looking at spending the thousands of pounds needed to have one of those at home. The problem was always space to put said system.
How big is it? Is it like a big box? Is it? Because I know that my cards have space for VR on them. They have a socket for a VR headset.
The problem with the professional ones, you needed to put these islands up, and they needed to be a fair distance away from each other.
Right. So
create you
need a room.
Zone.
Basically,
Yeah.
you need a room for it. Oh, right, okay.
That you can keep your gear away from. However, the Oculus Quest 2, or Meta Quest 2, whichever name you want to go by, does not need these additional sensors. And
okay.
therefore, as long as you're not getting a game that's too move-aroundy, because that was the whole point behind having the big zone, was so that you could have a game where you actually moved around a lot.
Right.
As long as you're not moving around too much, you can kind of use it sat at a computer chair.
And you don't break your nose on a wall, basically.
Yeah, basically. which was always the problem with the proper system.
I mean, I'd quite enjoy doing flight simulators and stuff like that with a VR set, but I don't have the money to spend on not only just the VR bit, but it's also the flight sticks and shit. There's so much money now.
Well, this is it. It's what you can do with the actual controller it comes with versus what you would need an additional controller for.
Yeah, I mean, for a flight sim, you'd need at least a stick and a power.
See, I don't know whether you would, because the two controllers you have in your hand can literally represent virtual reality versions of those devices.
Is there not a latency problem though?
Well,
that you'd not get with a direct stick action.
No, there would be more latency with a direct stick. The difference would be you wouldn't get the nice feedback you would get from a proper stick in your hand.
Yeah.
So it's more a matter of like how good that experience is versus how good you want that experience. If that makes sense.
No, I think Civilization is crazy expensive. No, you're absolutely right, my friend. Yeah.
If you're going to go with like proper, you want proper feedback. It's the feedback that makes the difference, not the responsiveness.
I mean, there's kind of like a halfway house, isn't there, for flight sims that has like a little thing that detects the direction where you're trying to look. And it will, you've got more than one monitor, is that you look in one direction and you'll get the view on that particular monitor.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying my best to bring up my wood. I'll have to find the Woodcraft one. You don't have it, do you, by chance? Do you? I've got Farming Volume 1.
Carpentry one. No, I've got Fishing one on me at the minute.
Have you? Okay.
I just need to go back into the store when I get a chance.
Mm-hmm. Interesting that we don't have Carpentry one. Oh, we do. Yeah, we do. I need to read that first. To be fair, I need to do all my volume ones. This is a bit of a slow progress because obviously we're playing on multiplayer. Well, the other thing is that there's very few people that are streaming VR content.
Yes, because it just doesn't look good as a stream. Like, there are certain things you can do in VR, but it just doesn't translate well to being watched, I don't think. I think that's the biggest part of the problem.
I appreciate that, but I know from a lot of the things that I was doing in the past is that they're pretty much crying out for people. Most of the developers, you have a VR headset and you're a streamer, you're almost guaranteed to get pretty much almost every VR game for free. Because there's such little interest in it. And they're desperate.
You just have to sell your soul to the metaverse.
Oh, I'm happy to do that, mate. I sold my soul to Santa a long time ago.
I know Linus plays a lot of that one game.
Yeah,
NBA.
my problem with Linus that I have is that he is on that level where he's starting. Well, not starting, but he is above anybody else. Is that he's making so much money that he is no longer part of the community. He's above the community. On the point of that he can afford anything and can do anything that he wants to, and make a video about it, because he's also able to afford people to actually do the video editing for him and so forth. Linus is not one of us anymore.
No.
And I'm kind of half on. I mean, let's just put it this way. He just went along and said, yeah, I've got the biggest Steam Deck you could possibly have ever. A terabyte or 2 terabyte hard drive, 1 terabyte on the thing. It's like, how much money is that? Oh yeah, it's about £1,000 fucking pounds. How is anybody going to afford that? And what are you doing? Are you just basically just like flexing yourself? And I think that's the thing I have with Linus is that I half suspect he's flexing. Yeah, but if he really didn't give a shit, why did he maybe not give that Steam Deck away? If I was making that much money, why not do a competition to let these people get what it is? Well, the Steam Deck works on 2030. If you look at the fact that most people have suddenly realised that the 2030 is not exactly the most popular design, anything of a decent size is almost the price of a Steam Deck straight off.
Yeah, it was the fact it had to fit the form factor that made it the expensive price that it was. Took. Not the fact it's just a drive. They are unnecessarily expensive.
Well, if it seems like a drop in the bucket for you, mate, that's absolutely fine. But no, it's not for any of us. I've had a look, and we're looking at near 300-400 quid for a terabyte version of the 2030, and most of those have been taken out of old laptops.
Yeah. And certain ones won't work anyway. You've got to get a very specific one. Because they're not. It's not designed to just run with any old hard drive.
You're not saying the money.
Yeah.
What do you mean, mate? Well, I would suspect that there's going to... Right now, it's expensive because it's new technology and they've used that form factor. But the fact is that it's now going to become a popular games console that is using that form factor. The price is just only going to go down because there are going to be more companies that are going to say, you know what, here's an opportunity to make some money, and they're always going to undercut each other.
Yeah. Plus, the specifics of the device he was showing off wasn't just about the memory. The big thing he'd done to it wasn't actually the memory; it was the cooling. he'd fitted an external cooling rig and completely rechanged the back of the machine.
But that's also the good thing about the Steam Deck, is that it has made it quite clear that it's open source, I suppose, is the best way of saying it. It's not like your Apple iPhone, where they'll go out of their way to stop you from either improving or repairing your thing yourself. It literally is we don't think you should do it, but
It's yours.
And if they weren't if they were that serious about you not repairing it, they wouldn't be selling the peripherals on that. What's the name of that site that does the screwdriver sets?
I don't know the name of it, but I know what you mean. iFixit.
iFixit, yeah. They're actually, apparently they allow iFixit to license spare parts for a Steam Deck. So, yeah. Would you say a Steam Deck is a good purchase for someone who moves around a lot, or already have a gaming laptop which is already quite portable? You know what, Joseph Hero? I would say if you have a laptop that is able to play the games that you want to play, then a Steam Deck is probably not your best first choice. But, and this is a very big but, like Chris's big but, it's a supported device, and it is pretty much killing everything that I've had. And I have laptops that can't deal with that sort of shit. So, and the interesting thing is, it's because it's a Linux machine. Right, we've finished that. Let's get the old carpentry stuff out the bag. Give me a second, guys. Just want to make sure that all my woodcraft Drag a VHS. Okay, we have Woodcraft episode 1. Right, let's sit ourselves down. Well, the general point is, how does it work? I mean, I have my setup here. I got no power. Have we lost power?
Is the generator empty?
I don't know. I'm just about to.
I did put some fuel in it last time we were on, but
It's on, apparently. That's interesting. Have I not turned it on? Oh, I may have to turn it on. Might just be that I've just forgotten to turn on the TV. Give me a second, guys. I'll just let me get to...
don't stick your fingers in the socket. That goes badly.
No, there we go. Right. I was going to say I'm saving for a new gaming laptop. Mine's on the last legs. Looks like it would be better for someone with an immovable console like a PC. That's correct. If you have a PC then Steam Deck would be absolutely fantastic for it. All depends on the game, though. Is that some of them, like Project Zomboid, save the games on the hard drive, so you don't get any sort of cross save. But there are games out there that do that.
Basically, anything with cloud saving, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's Woodcrafter. No, if I can get to Carpentry 2? Do I have Carpentry? Well, Carpentry Volume 3 and Carpentry Volume 5. How come I don't have Carpentry Volume 2? There's Carpentry Volume 2. We'll raise you, and we'll sit on the ground. Yeah, it's been fixed. That had been an option. That had been a problem at the time, should I say. And no, that particular bug has been fixed. Get around the Dropbox says, well, does it really matter that much? I mean, I'll be honest with you. The game that I've been playing mostly has been Noita on my Steam Deck. It's not really a game that I've played on my PC for a long time. I know I did a stream on it, just generally on the point of that my Steam Deck was working on there. But the truth of the matter is, I can actually stream from my Steam Deck. I've had to look at it. I started doing what's called Emo Deck, which is kind of like a all-in-one emulation section for it. Honestly, I'd love to be earning the money that Linus Tech Tips was doing, to be able to pay a lot of people to put that shit forward, but I don't. And while I understand why he does what he does, sometimes I think it's like... Sometimes I think a lot of the stuff out there is just flexing and the fact of, look what I can afford, rather than actually being anything that would actually help people.
I think a lot of what he does, it's not so much about flexing, it's about what will get views. And unfortunately, what gets views
is flexing.
Well, it's not even so much flexing, it's just the absurd and ridiculous end of the equipment spectrum. Nobody wants to see the standard, I've built 400 standard workstations. It's I've built 400 high tier workstations with higher specs than most people would make in their home PCs. Yeah, it's all about entertainment value. And like he says in a lot of his videos, he doesn't like a lot of that stuff. He makes it clear not all of it's paid for. He's not buying all of this kit. A lot of the stuff goes back to the manufacturer. a lot of it is basically the manufacturers just
Flex,
keeping their name relevant.
flexing through him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. But at the end of the day, is that you I don't know what it is. It's just that it feels so false.
Because it is.
Mm.
Right? Yes, he does. Like, he does contents that is informative and not so false.
Oh no, I understand that, and I absolutely agree with you that he's got a lot
Bulk
of
of his
stuff. He's got a lot of
content
stuff out there that
Yeah,
that will turn around. See, there are other people out there that will actually turn around and help you take the technology that you have and improve it to the point where it's better. Whereas I think that Linus Tech Tips is basically got to the point now where it's just shilling and flexing about
yeah.
the top tier shit. He's gone beyond his, what I would say was that I would believe his initial purpose. But that is literally how democracy and commercialism works. Is that he needs to make money to keep going because that is his bread and butter. And the only way for him to keep going is to shill the people that are paying him his fucking wage.
Yeah, and it's not even just that. It's not even just to shill the people. The thing is, if he was shilling people and nobody was watching it, he wouldn't keep doing it.
No.
He's doing the stuff that, unfortunately, that's what people want to see: is the stupidly oversized, stupidly powerful.
Yeah, it's a desire thing. He's throwing at desire. What do you mean about the deep learning server stuff, Dick? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Anyway,
Well,
I'll be back in a sec.
He's been doing a lot of stuff recently about AI and AI learning servers and chatbots. It was really scary watching that where the chatbot was actually able to do a better Linus text tip script than they were. But it was even more scary seeing how, when it was wrong, it still looked perfectly right. I quite like his secret shopper stuff as well, because that was quite fascinating. But again, that was a piece where what he was doing wasn't. Yes,
I do agree with showing people the absurdity.
Yeah.
I think taking something to an absurd level and making it an entertainment, I'm absolutely fine with. But I think some of my problem being is like, how do I explain it? Is that he's able to achieve that absurdity, so it just seems sometimes like he's saying, "Ha ha ha! Look at me, peasants." And you know, there's absurdity, and there's achievable absurdity, so to speak, or unachievable absurdity. And the only way that he is achieving it is simply because he's a YouTube celebrity. And he's got to the point of, well, he's not quite that Pokemon sort of character, but he's still fucking close. If you see what I'm trying to say. He's selling a different type of boob.
does actually have an OnlyFans.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay then.
He did it as a joke a few years back. Well, a few years back. When there was all that controversy about them changing the payment rules and stuff on one of the platforms.
See, the thing is that Top Gear never focused on the cars. It focused on the absurd behaviour of the three dickheads who ran the show. It wasn't the cars that sold Top Gear. It was the three personalities that sold Top Gear.
Yeah, it is basically Linus is doing Top Gear, but with computers for the most part.
But there's nobody there to put him down, as you do with Top Gear. You got three guys there, and
oh yes, there is.
Is there now?
Yes.
I'm not so 100% sure that
they work for him, but they are more than willing, and have on many occasions when I've been watching, put him down. Like in the last Extreme Tech Tips, last Intel upgrade, where he basically upgraded members of staff's home rigs for them. The last one, the person whose house it was at had a body pillow with Linus's face printed all over it, and the entire production team had planned for that to happen without telling him. Yeah, most of the staff, most of the on-screen talent, and even some of the backstreets, like they are more than willing to call him out on bullshit on camera. They're not willing to get themselves sacked on camera, but they are more than willing to do things that you wouldn't do if you had a douche of a boss.
Yeah, but it's the one person, isn't it? Where you don't have the three of them. And that's the thing, is that you
don't tend to have three on camera, but if you've watched a lot of his recent stuff, you'll tend to have two. And what he'll tend to do is have two plus the cameraman.
I know he's taking his cameraman as his kind of like next to bouncer sort of thing, bounce off shit, but
well no, because normally what he'll have is with a lot of his stuff now, he has a person on camera with him, a co-host, and he has different co-hosts so they can get more than one program out a day, and then he'll have the cameraman as well, so he'll be hitting off whoever it is beside him, and then he'll be also talking to the cameraman or the off-screen guy.
I'll be honest with you, Duck. No, I've never really found Linus amusing. I've never chuckled at him.
Like I said, the type of funny I see him as, he's not a you chuckle at type jokes. It's things I tend to chuckle at is when he literally goes, "Don't worry, I won't drop this," and then proceeds to drop it. Because it is an absolute meme with that program. Or he was doing one where he's basically made it very clear he can't see advertisements on a Facebook page, on a YouTube page, internet page. So he was on one of these things, and they'd said something to him. So he started looking it up whilst the web page was being shared with the channel, and he completely couldn't see that there was an inappropriate advert right center of the page. He just didn't see it. So everybody else in the room had to quickly pull the camera away from his screen and change it because he just hadn't seen it, and they were laughing at him and going, "We told you how many times he cannot see ads. That is the proof. Because if he had seen that, he wouldn't have kept it on screen." But it's when he does stuff like that you tend to chuckle. But a lot of it nowadays, it's the other guy that's the funny one beside him, if that makes sense.
The colour commentator.
Yeah.
Effectively. Yeah.
He has some very... He's made some very good choices in staff. His network and programming guys are very, very funny and very knowledgeable to their degrees. There's a couple of the guys in his logistics team are quite funny when they're allowed on camera. And the interesting thing is going to be how he does labs once he gets that up and running. Because that's going to potentially be a lot more serious than a lot of what he does now. But we'll see, because obviously he's got to figure out how he's going to make money from that yet. I'm sure he has plans for how he's going to make money, but plans and actually how it's going to make money are two separate things. Yeah. Yeah. he rang the person who'd basically authorized that episode, because obviously he literally just turns up as on-screen talent in a lot of these things. And he's like, "So this wasn't in his budget?" No. We said we'd pay for it because it'd just be funny, your reaction to him having this thing. And Linus kept going, "I don't know whether I'm happier with me on the bed beside that or you sitting on the bed beside that and stuff." I think it is more like Games Nexus statistics, but the amount of equipment he's bought, he's going to have to at least have a channel just releasing constantly videos from it. Just to kind of... because the amount of staff he's got working just on the labs is huge. The labs is going to be major if it actually works the way he's hoping it'll work. Because he's building custom software to launch games on any computer and actually do response times testing, completely separate to any individual tests, and actual robotic keyboard testing equipment.
It sounds fun, but at the end of the day, I have to say I don't know why, but I just don't like him.
I know you guys can't tell, but I am on massively working on this road at the minute.
I'm pretty sure you are, mate. Sounds like
I
I
am
might.
going to have to come. I am going to have to come back to the house at the minute for some food and water.
Oh, Jesus. Don't worry about that. I mean, the problem is, or the major problem is the fact that we're playing server rather than being able to fast forward.
Yeah.
Sazzy, yeah, I did. I got the 250 so thing Steam Deck. Only because I was going to go for the 64 gig because I wasn't really that bothered, but the wife kind of persuaded me further. Only because she probably wanted an excuse to give me money for Christmas, and so that's that. But yeah, I've really not been anything but impressed by the Steam Deck. Hasn't let me down so far. Yes, I do. I did actually buy a 512k SD card. Now, I've been watching a lot of the stuff on there, and a lot of people have been saying that you need to get the A2 or whatever it is, or A3 or something on the card. But I don't play AAA games, so the card that I've had has worked pretty damn fine with every game that I've played so far. I've got RimWorld on there. I've actually got Project Zomboid on there. That's going to be a discussion for other times, because I'm not 100% sure that the control system for RimWorld does need tweaking, because they have no way of actually rotating objects on it, so you have to tweak the way that it works to make it work properly for you. And whilst I understand the way that the Project Zomboid works, I think it works exactly the same way as it would on a gamepad, so to speak, a 2-joystick gamepad. It's kind of okay. As in, like, if you point the right stick rather than left stick to any direction, you're automatically going into the combat stage, which is actually quite good, because obviously you've got that 360 direction control over it. I'll have to play it to see if there's any good out of it. The thing is the 512 is great, but I mean my general plan, and I spoke to the wife about this, was to get the 64 gigabyte. Find myself 512, or at least at the midterm 256 2030 solid state drive. Open my Steam Deck up and put it in there.
I don't think you can.
No, you can. Absolutely, you absolutely can.
I know you couldn't with the first gen ones. If you went for the is it the MCC or whatever it is, the non-hard drive version, you couldn't swap it out to a hard drive.
No, you can. Absolutely can.
You can now. You couldn't with the first batch.
As well,
because that was one thing when Linus pulled the first sets apart. he thingied the way the controller works is different if you've got the eMCC memory internally. If I remember correctly.
From what I understand is that they've designed it to be modular.
Yes, but the problem was there was a fundamental difference with just the EMC one that meant you couldn't put an SSD in it.
Not that I've heard. In fact, I've seen a lot of things where people have taken the 64 across. It's just that the EMC version just happens to have the same connections as the one thing. The one you can't put in is the one you have in PCs. The what's it called? My brain's gone to absolute shit right now. The solid state drive convention that you get normally for putting them into PCs. What's it called? SSID, is it? Or God damn it. Fuck my life. Back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm going to take my phone with me while I'm doing it, and I'm going to be able to look it up.
Yeah, I haven't really looked back too closely at it once the initial launch had happened, because I'm not planning to buy one at the minute. And to be honest, by the time I buy one, we'll probably be on the Steam Deck 2.
Got it. It's a SATA drive that won't work with a.
Yeah.
It's a SATA one that won't work with a. It's a. I think that's sort of the thing that's caused a lot of people so much consternation. Really, is that it's such old tech for the relatively old tech, should I say? Well, yeah, the Steam Deck's come out. There's always talk about the Steam Deck 2. No, I don't. I honestly don't think. See, the thing is with the Steam Deck is that it's using a very good system along the lines of that you don't need to rely just on Steam to play the games.
Yeah, I think it may result in a new Steam box as well. Because I think the problem they had with the initial Steam box was it tied a PC up. And I think stuff running internally on a little mini PC rather than a PC up.
It can emulate past PS2.
Yeah.
People are saying PS4. It can emulate up to. because it's throwing out Spider-Man and a lot of the big AAA games.
I think we may end up going kind of that way with it, with like, if you imagine whatever the cost of a Steam Deck is, but that's like a console.
Well, I think Nintendo kind of started it with the Switch, didn't they?
Yeah.
This whole portable to full game system.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Nintendo pretty much. I mean, they've been desperate to create this sort of dual thing. I mean, they tried it with I forgot what the thing was called now. I actually bought one after the Wii. What was it? Wii U.
Yeah.
They tried to do that with the Wii U, but having like the secondary screen as the addition to what's going on the thing, where they suddenly realised that maybe it's just the portable point and actually having that as a ability to actually go onto a main screen. So you kill for a new PSP or Vita? Oh right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, a Steam Deck version, kind of like a Sony PlayStation version of. Yeah, the only problem being with that is that the Steam Deck the Steam Deck's power is all about the fact that it plays games from multiple things. The problem is that you'd probably have with the PSP version of the whole thing would be that you have to do Sony shit. I think the power of the Steam Deck is that you can play PC games, and most Sony shit generally tends to come up onto PC. I mean, I got 50 quid for Christmas from my dad, and I'm really considering getting Final Fantasy VII on the Steam sale. Because that also works on PSP, not PSP, so Steam Deck. Sure. I'm saying, but much like a Switch in it, I loved my PSP. I've still got it. I think it was a great design, and of course, because it was mini disc, it's an interesting design. You can't deny that. But to be a real contender on the stakes is that you're going to have a PSP that is pretty much going to be the next PlayStation 6, really, that can run the games that the PS5 can. And compacting that hardware down, how easy is that going to be, you think? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm a PlayStation bitch like anybody else. Love my PS1, loved my PS2, loved my PS3. PS4, not so much. I started losing interest in Sony at the PS4 because I didn't really want to pay 60 quid for something that really wasn't giving me the same enjoyment that Steam was. So there we go. It's a big argument, I would have thought. Yeah. I'll agree with that. It did fit against the DS, but the Switch is a different thing. It's a different kettle of fish. It really is. But I think it's changing. That's the thing. Is that the handheld market should be interchangeable with the home console. I think that's the way things are going. Oh balls! Give me a second. I just spilled some.
Yeah, the console world is getting interesting, to say the least.
No, if it was to come out now, what we're looking at, in truth, is hold on. Apparently, I have spilt shit over my keyboard, so I just need to dry that off.
Bad Saz.
Hmm?
Bad Saz.
Shush. No, I think modern game engines now. My carpentry's not high enough. Jesus Christ. No, what I'm saying is that the modern gaming console should be a portable console that can also integrate into being like a main console as well. How that will work is not my concern. That is just my general prediction of what should be. Is that a triangle then there? How did that... A roadside triangle? It is a roadside triangle. Okay, that's fine.
I think you emptied the panel van out before you took the panel van out.
Probably.
So everything that was in the boot of the panel van got left there, including a watering can that's now full of tainted water.
Oh, I can boil that water. That's not a problem. Just trying to work out how I'm going to get this carpentry done.
Well, you could always go and build some floors like I've been doing.
You know what? That actually sounds like a plan. Where have you been building the floors?
Well, if you follow the gravel round till we run out of gravel, you'll find wooden floors.
Okay.
We've just been making planks and making floors.
I see what you've been doing. Yeah, that's just... No. What's going on? Why am I... Oh, balls. Have I spilt something over my keyboard and now my keyboard's screwed? Because if that's the case, then we are...
Oh dear, we could be at end of session time, guys.
Yeah. Oh, balls.
Because Saz may be having ghost key issues.
Oh. Oh. I'm not only just having ghost key issues, I'm absolutely, probably, definitely... What the hell?
Either that or your character has literally gone crazy. You're also carrying a lot of weights as your character is going to die.
Okay. Yeah. Shit's going wrong here. Proper wrong. Really? Maybe... What the fuck is going on here? Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Oh man, what's going on, man?
Is your keyboard still messing up, man?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm trying to actually log back into Windows, believe it or not. Oh,
Wow.
I've just turned my keyboard over and there's liquid just come out. So yeah.
Yeah, that keyboard is toast for the night, I would imagine.
Mm. Well, the nice thing is I can actually take my keyboard off, but only issue is that I'm in a situation where I can't actually shut my stream off.
But the only thing you can do if you don't have a second keyboard, can you not? Is your mouse still okay?
Mouse is alright.
Can you not
go virtual keyboard?
Virtual keyboard. Obviously, once you've unplugged your keyboard, because otherwise it'll keep trying to use the thingy responses. So obviously the easy answer would be plug in another keyboard, but I'm guessing you don't have one just lying about.
I do have another one just lying about, but oh, for fuck's sake, you piece of shit! Yeah, this needs.
Just don't
Give me
try putting it in a bag
Give
of
me
rice.
2 shakes of lamb's tail.
I don't even want to know what that noise just was, guys. Whatever it was, it didn't sound healthy. What I love is that the stream has frozen with just the footprint. I'm assuming you can still hear us, but obviously the game is frozen.
Everything's fine apart from the fact that I can't fucking do what I want to do.
No, the stream, your picture has frozen, because obviously you're not in the game. So it's frozen on whatever the last scene was that the program transmitted to.
Give me 2 secs. Ready?
You normally only get those kinds of sounds on his OnlyFans page.
There we go. I think I'm going to need a new keyboard. For fuck's sake, man.
Is it a fancy keyboard or is it a membrane keyboard?
It's a motor keyboard. Why am I in that particular position right now? Why am I here?
He's just ran off into the woods going. What I'm doing at the minute, Saz, is there's loads of planks at the base. I'm loading up a load of planks in the back of a van, and then I'm going to drive the van down the road.
I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. It seems like I'm in permanent
Crouch or attack mode or something.
attack mode, yeah.
Perhaps crouch, uncrouch, something like that, maybe. It may simply just not have liked the fact you were in, you were tabbed out the way you were. Oh, you're in combat mode.
I am.
You switched on player combat.
That's still not helping.
Bottom icon on your icon list.
Yeah, I got that.
You got that. Remember, there's a big delay, so once I mentioned it to you, it doesn't fix for me for quite some time.
No. I think what I'm going to have to do is do a quit and jump back in. See if that solves the problem. Oh man!
But that would be mean. To attack him when he didn't have a working keyboard.
He still ended up dying. This is Chris we're talking about here. Chris is just here for the lols. He's not here for his professional play.
What did you do to the poor van?
Which van?
The panel van.
I did nothing to the van. That van was in the state that you.
It wasn't in this level of state. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't stalling every time it moved. Unless you got video proof of it, in which case I may want a copy of that. Engine 0.
What? Oh dear. Yes, dear. What do you want? Sorry? I keep banging. I've been banging for an hour. Alexa, stop. Right. Am I still stuck in that mode?
Yes.
How have I done that?
Windows sticky key, maybe?
No, I've chosen my keyboard.
Yeah, Windows sticky key is a Windows thing, not a key thing.
What's sticky key again? Is it tab?
I have no idea. It's one of those things, it sometimes is really annoying when it happens. And then you end up having to like search on the internet to figure out a way to fix it.
Try shift or control 5 times. Oh, just seem to have. Is it control?
It seems to have fixed it.
It does seem to have fixed it, yeah.
Yeah. So it was sticky key.
Could have been sticky key, yeah.
Ironically, while his keyboard was getting sticky, his keys got sticky too.
Allegedly so. You think so?
Just wish wooden planks weren't so heavy.
And that's why I'm kind of like chopping the trees down next to the area that we want to put.
Yes, I was just going through a lot of axes, and there's a whole pile of cut up planks waiting to go at the back at base. So I thought I'll just pull some of those up for us, save us burning through our axes.
Well, when I did
Spent ages
Hydrocraft, there was a toy truck that used to do the job.
Yeah, and the pallet truck.
Hmm. Right. I'll be sawing some logs for a bit. Oh man, the fast forward would be so nice now. But it's a server, and you can't do that. No, they don't actually. No. Need to read into the carpentry book. Why can't I run now?
You're overweight. And your character's carrying too much.
Oi, 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 oi. Hmm. Apparently so, yeah. The keys aren't worth anything, to be honest. But I can barely move. That'll be right.
That'll be all that karate you were doing earlier.
Karate. Where is that sofa? Actually, where's the carpentry level 3? As I sit on the ground while I do that. And hopefully my exhaustion will disappear. Hopefully, yeah. So how are you doing, Chris? Are you still building the road?
Yep. Just about. Well, I'm just about done with the supplies I have on hand. I'm about to head back for the next load. 3 more plots to do, and then I'll be heading back.
Fair play, my friend. Fair play.
Should make it a little bit easier for us to get vehicles in and out.
The only issue being is that I don't think wooden decking stops trees and shit from growing. So you're still gonna have to keep an eye on that. On it. So I've recently been playing 7 Days to Die, and I'm kind of getting myself to the point where I think it's streamable, but you have to kind of tweak the game to make it streamable. And by tweaking, I mean you've got to pretty much get rid of the food and drink aspects of the game to truly enjoy the game the way it should be. Well, I played 7 Days a while back, and it's playing it today. It's like night and day just how much they've improved on the game in its general aspects. Yeah. But it does kind of feel very much like what's the name of that game now? Dead State? Is Dead State? Or State of Decay? State of Decay. I think it's State of Decay. Yeah. That series, it does very much have that kind of feeling to it. Just not so polished. And not that repetitive as well. That's the advantage. I'm not quite sure on the community. All I know is that from the first time I played it and the second time I played it, it's night and day sort of thing. It's a much better game. Well, apparently it's actually optimised for Steam Deck. It's one of those games that is actually available to play on Steam Deck. So I thought I'd have a quick look at it first on the PC first and see the difference in control mannerisms.
Yeah.
And see if there's different things. I mean, I really do want to do that kind of like, what's this game like on Steam Deck sort of series. Just got to get my arse into gear. I mean, I've still got an unboxing to do on a board game session as well. And I've had it for three months. It's just been sitting there. My daughter's just been using it as an excuse to sit in the box. So, yeah. Once I get over the old depression, stroke, anxiety nonsense, I will get round to it. But it's a lot harder when you suffer a mental illness to get things done. It really is very hard to get things done. No, we're just about halfway through the carpentry book.
Always good.
Yeah. I mean, watching the TV programs is going to get us XP up the old wazoo, but just bought a new bag for my Steam Deck as well, which is allegedly allowed to carry everything that you need. I think it's pretty close, if I'm honest. It's got my Steam Deck in there. It's got my power cord, and has my docking. It has room for my docking station there. Has apparently room for 2 controllers and all your cabling and all that stuff. So there's an SD card holder as well, if you just happen to be one of those people that likes a hotspot.
I think I'd have to get a decent portable dock for it. Like a USB-C hub.
Oh god, no, I've got one of them. Yep, absolutely. It's absolutely fantastic. So you drop out your USB 3. I think mine's got 3 USB 3 hubs, HDMI out, etc., etc. It does the job. I mean, the one thing about the Nintendo Switch that's always turned me off it is that you have to play Nintendo games which tend to be very basic, either platformers, beat 'em ups, or vapid role playing games. I mean, the Wii U managed to get itself a little bit further away from that the bowling game, but you're paying a lot of money just for a bowling game, but it was a good bowling game. I think that's the worst thing about the Wii and its general thing. Yeah, but you got Zelda. And that's a Zelda game which has its limited capabilities. You have a Mario. Once again, that's another platformer. So what does Breath of the Wild bring to the table? Is it a Mario type or a Zelda type?
Breath of the Wild was a Zelda game. If I remember correctly. Because you had the Ocarina of Time and then you had Breath of the Wild. If I remember correctly.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So top-down platformer, basically.
I think it might have been a 3D one.
Okay.
Like a lot of the Mario and stuff of that generation, they were all pretty much 3D. Still platformers, but a 3D platformer.
Well, Duck says it's fantastic. I'll take your word for it, mate.
I like the was it Crossbow Trading or whatever it was, the Zelda Wii game.
The only Zelda Wii game that I remember was the fact that you had to play a ranger. And you were shooting things as you were working your way further forward through an area. My wife loved that.
That probably the one I'm thinking of. You were pretty much, your character was pretty much on rails, even if they weren't on rails. And you just, I am going to try to get the best score possible on this map, and then you do the map again. till you got the better score, or didn't. Because I had that, and I had the Wild West version of it, which was just like a buy in the store type game.
See, I don't have an issue with the Switch per se. But I'm just, my general point being is that the games are pretty much similar.
I know it's controversial, but I still think the Wii was the last really attempt at a family console.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I bought it. I had a Wii and I bought into the idea of the Wii U. I thought it was quite good myself. It's just that developers chose or decided that it wasn't the thing for them. So, because it meant more work for them, I think that was the problem.
I think that was the problem. There was a lot of it wasn't something that was easy to port to. Well, it was, but it meant you basically just ignored the fact you had two screens.
Pretty much,
and you basically just said you can only play this on the screen of the console.
It was the daddy of the Switch, absolutely the daddy of the Switch. They just got to the point of where you could play it on the handheld screen and then on the TV at the same time.
Yeah, well, that's it, innit? That's the bit they got rid of. That's the bit that the programmers, I think, had trouble with, was the fact you had two separate screens. By having a switch between two screens that basically the system classes as the same, 1080p screens, I think is easier for a programmer to handle than a game where, like, if you're making a multiplayer game, only one person has the screen with a screen, the controller with a screen. Kind of, it makes it very difficult to program for.
Okay, I'm not getting any bonuses now. It's a bit of a piss up. Getting that out of it. That's a bit of an arse. Oh, wait a second. Waity. I'm still in episode 4. That'll be why. Let's try that. Just slapping that carpentry up. This show's always for the ladies. I don't know what he's talking about. So in this game, apparently, ladies smile when they go up the stairs, and they're smiling even more when they come back down. Oi, oi, Savaloy. Oh, that's me at 5 carpentry. We're doing alright. Oh man, I'm gonna have to spend all this time sitting here reading goddamn books to make sure that. Oh. It's the worst part about dying, man. It's the restart. Now, I've always had a tactic of keeping the books that I've read. Generally, because in single player, sometimes, or pretty much a long time in the past, is that you'd start a character or continue a character and find all your stuff had disappeared. All your skills had disappeared. So I've always kept the tactic of keeping every single book that I had as a just in case sort of thing. It's just a automatically grown habit, I think, is the best way of describing it. Reading simulator, yeah, that's probably what it is, yeah. I'd love to fast forward right now. I really would. But to be fair, we need to eat.
Brains.
I ain't you, mate. Okay. Eat a packet of chips in. Serve away. I hate you coming back home.
It's lies. Lies, I tell you.
So little's going on, guys. I do apologise. How's the road going, Chris?
It's almost all the way out. I'll need to go back through it at some point and widen it up in places. But
Any trees sprouted in the middle of your roads?
no. Nowhere I've put stuff down has a tree sprouted. The trees stayed through them when I put them in, and I've chopped them down, but no new ones have sprouted yet. But it's still way too soon to tell whether that's just because none have sprouted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How are we doing? Hey. I could be a big nerd if I want to. It's just the worst part of Zomboid, I think. But when I say it's the worst part, it's the most awkward part for a player. And that's not a problem. Because it's a player difficulty and solvable. effectively.
We've got about 10 minutes, Saz.
We have got about 10 minutes. Yep. Been exciting stuff. See me sitting there reading a book. Oh man.
Could have been worse. You could have been sitting reading books with him all day and not seen him die at the beginning.
Shush you.
And if you didn't see him die at the beginning, everybody go back and watch the VOD.
And don't forget to like it. Don't forget to like me dying. That's what I need. I need you all to like me dying. Because that's the only way that...
We'll arrange for it to happen more often.
No. I'm sick and tired of sitting here reading books, man.
You could have always just been dumb.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep. So, yeah.
No, what I meant was you didn't necessarily need to be a good carpenter again.
Would be interesting in mechanics of right to have glasses to read. I hate to put this to you, mate, but in Project Zomboid, if you're short-sighted, you do need glasses to read.
And if you need glasses to see the zombies, you're probably already dead.
There's a reason why I haven't done a blind run. It wasn't pretty, Duck. So, don't, you know, it's one of those kind of silly caught up death moments. Right. We're nearly done on the thing, and then what we're going to do is have something to eat, and then check on what Chris has done, and I think that'll probably be us for this week. There we go. All done. I was just going to read the Angular magazine, apparently.
Should I put a cross up by the gate?
You can do, but it will actually stop cars from moving. So if you hit it, you're going to stop, effectively. Right, so gravel all the way up here. Until Chris's idea takes over. And we're looking at wooden flooring. We're doing alright. I don't quite understand why it's all a little bit patchy up here, but I'm sure Chris has his reasons.
Yeah, it takes a hell of a lot of material and time. Just getting this much of it done has took this long. So my plan is to come through and have it so we have a 2 wide where it isn't grass.
Well, the general thing is,
go
mate,
back and finish the rest off with
Zomboid is not a game that's immediate. Which is why I've always been quite surprised. I mean, when I first was playing this game, I was told quite blatantly by the people who are watching me is that this isn't a game that people are interested in. But obviously it was the wrong people, because there's a lot of people that are interested in watching a slow burn game. I don't know why, but they are. So
it's that sleep show. That's what everybody waits for.
Shush you. Yeah, Chris has done his job bit by bit. Anywho, guys, I think now would be a very good time just to say, hey, if you're watching right now, why not please press that subscribe button, press the like button, especially just to just let the YouTube algorithm know that you're enjoying what we're throwing your direction. As I said, there's always the subscribe button and the bell icon to so that you get updated by YouTube every time I upload new content to YouTube. And I generally tend to be quite good. I mean, obviously, with the Christmas week, we're kind of out of sync, but we'll get there in the end. Mondays generally tends to be where's my Mondays? Oh, Project Zomboid, yeah. And Saturday used to be my RimWorld stream, but there's been an update and the mods haven't changed yet, so I'm waiting for the mods to go in before I continue on that one. But in its place, I've done a Cosmeteer game, and Sunday is good old Stardust. Friday stream generally tends to be what I fancy. So if you want to see me play a game, buy it for me. So that I've gone Linus now. Oi oi Savaloy. Anyway, you guys have a good night, and I'll hope to see you soon. Take care. Good night. Ooh, I have to press that button, don't I?